gonna start hitting buttons. We're doing this.
Hey. What?
All right, we're here.
Oh shit!
It's steps.
All right, we're here. We're live.
Hopefully,
everybody's being heard. Hope I got everything working right. Well, all right. Welcome to the Chaos Order Chronicles, Volume 2, Chapter 19. I'm Chris, the DM. Fun fact this week, I'm in Front Royal, Virginia. Went up and planted some flowers at my grandparents' graves this weekend. It's good time. Got to see a lot of back Pennsylvania country, which is cool. That's my fun fact. Yeah, we've been on this real grim, dark conversations earlier. It was sort of wild. Cole, kick it off. There we go. We're just going to start there.
I think he's muted and coughing to death.
Oh, what is my turn?
Yes, sir.
I'm Cole, play knock, human, fighter, archer, whatever guy. My fun fact is Expedition 33 still gonna win game of the year. Go ahead, Rob.
I am Rob. I play Kaz the Tiefling. Hexblade. Fun fact. I'm switching schedules just for 1 week next week, and I have to reacclimate myself to working overnights, and it's gonna suck.
Oof.
Bummer.
Yeah, we just need night coverage. They just need me to do it for a week, but take it away, Brandon.
Hey, I'm Brandon. Play Valerie. I kind of just told my mom most of the Horus Heresy. She didn't know what Warhammer was, and I kind of educated her on what 40K was. That was interesting. Never expected my mom to ask, what's the Horus Heresy?
Nice.
So, Sam.
Hi guys, I'm Sam. I play Fiol, the Juggernaut, the Warforged Juggernaut Barbarian / fighter. Fun fact, as of yesterday, I went on an 8-mile hike, and as of yesterday, of my local park, I have hiked every mile of every trail that they have available at that location. So, one state park down.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. And in a couple months when I'm out in Colorado, there'll be plenty more to pick from. It's exciting. Katie, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Katie. I play Clone, the human Twilight cleric. And my not so fun fact is that you guys won't be seeing my face today because I have pink eye.
You don't have pink eye.
It's the worst. I blame children. We went to the zoo last week and they touch everything and I guarantee it was a child. Go ahead, Hillary.
You have much better news than that this week.
Rob, did you go farting on the pillow?
I farted on a few pillows, but not the ones that she sleeps on.
I'm Hillary. I play Talia Thornblood, the human druid / rogue. And fun fact about me. Oh shit, I lost it. Oh, here's something interesting. I have something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And I have the version that has a cardiac component, so I have to go see my doctor and get an echo every single year because my heart could spontaneously just kind of fall apart.
That's horrifying.
I'm moving on. Sam?
No, Oh, I think the third one.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. Before I say what I'm gonna say, just to let everybody know, gonna do something a little different. This is also for everybody that's watching on YouTube's. Um, we're in chapter 19. Been a few weeks behind. I shouldn't say behind. I just stalled on starting it so we could have content. But with our growing base of subscribers, putting all of the past episodes up this week. So starting with episode 20 next Sunday, the episode will be going live the following Monday. So for those of you that would like to watch us live, you will be able to see the uncut session. I will be doing some editing on the sessions after that. So yeah, there's that little fun fact. Also, I did a little thing with Sam the other night called the annotated notes, where I'm gonna grab each player, try to do it maybe once a week, and sit down with everybody and maybe go over there with their characters, or maybe duos, or you guys can do it with each other or something like that. Sit down and talk about the session and your characters and yourselves, and we can all get to know each other, and I don't know, maybe make the game a little better for everybody, if that makes sense. So, with that being said, Sam, take us away with a recap.
All right. Last we left off, the party was in the midst of exploring a dangerous, long-forgotten Yawanti temple on a floating moon with a face, proceeding down into the second level of chambers. What is it? They encountered a chamber with a fountain with green glowing liquid. In fussing around with it, a trap was triggered that turned the area pitch black in magical darkness, and shadows spawned and began to assail the party in combat through a few confusing rounds. Thankfully, Kaz and Gloam had various levels of blind sight to help the rest of the group guide their attacks and steer their ways tentatively towards a victory within that chamber. Deciding afterwards to long rest and take advantage of the downtime to level up. The party then debated on whether it was worth their time to continue exploring the temple or to prioritize getting the ship back up and fully repaired and onward towards our destination and resupplying. Deciding to leave, we had a brief heart-to-heart on the steps of the temple, revealing to each other a bit more of our individual backstories. That Valrith was beholden to a devil or so from Avernus, that Kaz worshipped the goddess of night, that Gloam, Nock, and Talia were all members of different criminal factions based out of the Rock of Brawl. But it seemed that despite all those revelations and discussions, that there was no bad blood or animosity or competition in those regards. So, though there was a tense discussion, didn't escalate beyond that any further. Regrouping on the boat, we met up with an old crewman of the captain's, who was the previous captain of the Sparrow, the vessel we commandeer, who was named Mallet, who had cooked up and left behind some provisions, and warning us not to explore the temple a bit too late, and to not take anything from it, namely jade statue figurines. Further explaining that they were keys to an impending crisis, and that if they were to be retrieved from the temple, that many forces of evil would be unleashed upon the world in due time. Finding that out, Scribbles chucked one of the statues after him in his departure through a portal. A couple of the other figurines were left behind, while some remain in the party's pockets for boons or vices is yet to be determined. The party then took the rest of the week, 5 days in total, to chop down trees, hunt, harvest vegetation from the jungle, into mainly repairing their boat from the previous encounter with the asteroids, and proceeded towards the moon of Endor, but needing to further resupply, they decided to stop by the moon and village of Genebackis, an adjacent moon to the Rock of Brawl, where our journey first started. And upon landing, Talia, not wanting to be seen or recognized by anyone around, decided to stay at the boat. Fionn agreed to stay behind as well, be a bodyguard, while the rest of the party went inland to see what deals could be made. And that's where we pick up today. Did I miss anything?
No, that sounds actually pretty damn good.
All right.
How many jade idols do we have? Because I thought I had like 11.
And then you brought them back out?
My patron told me to hold on to them, so I'm holding on to them.
Okay. Then we have most of them.
Okay.
Just missing one.
Just missing
Yeah,
one.
there was 13, and then you threw one after Mallet, right?
Thanks, Scribbles.
13 or 12.
I think it was 13.
13. Well, I know I have at least 11 or
If you
Okay.
took all of them and then just threw one of them after Mallet, well, then you have.
I didn't throw it.
Someone threw it at him.
Yeah, Scribbles threw it.
Now, he can't even answer for his crimes. He's taking a long rest.
All right, so we'll let me come over to this map here real quick.
So, Chris, as we disembark,
they're not going to be on this map, so Tali is not going.
Chris, as we disembark the ship, what do we all see? What's the weather like?
So it is a very heavily vegetated, we'll call it an asteroid. You can see that there's I wouldn't call it a mountain, I'd call it a large hill, covered in trees and greenery. You can see a stream that runs down about halfway, a decent sized stream that runs down the side of the hill there, and from your vantage point, you can see how it comes down and goes around this. We'll call it a small town. You imagine the population to be 1,500, maybe 2,000 people, with large high walls around it. And this stream goes down and past the front of the keep there and down, and you can see from your vantage point that it almost looks to just run off a waterfall that into what appears to be clouds. You can see smoke coming from various buildings in town, not as if they're burning, but smoking fireplaces. And the such, it seems very pleasant, very warm and relaxing environment. And as you do so, let's see, there's Sophia, you're staying behind? No?
Yeah, Talia wanted to stay hidden in the boat, so I am bodyguard for her and for the ship at large.
Great, and we'll say Scribbles is staying behind. He's going to go coop up in his quarters. Yeah, that's what you see is you're now landed on this asteroid. We'll call it this asteroid called Genebackis.
Knock, you got my money?
Yeah, how much was it again? You gave me 50 plat?
I think 40 platinum?
40, I just got.
Not very much.
And
I
all,
added
and
it,
all
I
of you
just
see
don't
the
remember what I added.
all of you see the pseudo dragon and that little broken toy dragon both jump off the side of the boat and run off and skitter off into the woods.
Which toy dragon is this? Can we tell the difference between the two?
What one was broken, and that was the one that you have.
It was Colonel then. Wait, how do you escape from the demiplane? I don't know.
He's
All
not many god.
He's something, that's for sure.
What happened? What was the question?
How did he escape from the demiplane?
He showed back up a little while ago after that.
Okay. Doesn't concern me.
So are we off the ship now?
So yeah, I'm going to say that 4 of you, so it'd be Nock, Gloam, Kaz, and Valrith. If you choose to make your way down towards the town, then you're more than welcome to do so. Or, I mean, the group of you are still at the ship.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we are basically in agreement that we're going to like weapon/magic shop. Like, where all does everyone need to go?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Not exactly.
All right.
I will ask Talia if there was anything in particular that you wanted me to take a look at. I think you gave me some money.
Yeah, I gave you 71 platinum.
Okay. Is there anything you want?
Anything that it might seem interesting or just interesting. And if nothing else seems interesting, healing potions are always good.
There's some flowers.
Flowers.
Hey Chris, really quick, could you message me that the stats for that rapier? You never sent it.
Oh,
Wow.
Slacking.
Sorry, I thought I got everybody. Damn it. Yeah, give me 1 second. Well, let's keep going. I'll do that here as we go along. You're probably not going to need it right now, and if you do, well,
I do need it.
well, no. I think you understand what I'm saying here. You're not going to.
There's a low threat of violence every time I get off the ship.
I mean, that is a good point. There is a very possible chance, especially if, there's some slippery fingers around here, or any of that. It is very possible that we might get into a fight.
you have seen that meme that says this meeting could have been a fist fight.
That's funny. I need that shirt.
Right?
All right, so. Where's my screen? Let's just do this. 1 second.
What you guys doing? You gonna start making your way? You're just standing here.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Go saunter then.
Oh, shit.
If you find anything ranged or I guess some magic boot or a ring that can give like resistance or something. Help me survive a little better. That's what I want.
If I find anything that has range to it,
Yeah. Yeah, because I can only have a few more of my javelins, and I feel like in whatever we encounter next, it's not gonna pack much of a punch.
see what I can do.
Or I don't know, an amulet of health, something cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out for anything that can help you.
Sweet. Appreciate it. I'll watch the boat. Keep asteroids and weird people off it.
Specifically the weird people, for
Especially
sure.
now, alright? He's everywhere. Seriously, what was that magic he was using?
Annoyance.
Just, I've never seen plot armor so thick before.
So who are all these people that we're seeing by all these wagons or carts or whatever?
All right. Oh, that was meant to go to Brandon, but I guess everybody can see that. My bad. That was a total misfire on that chat.
Everyone knows the secret sauce.
All right. So, as you make your way down the hill and towards this walled city, you see a couple of various carts. Well, first you can see the high walls. I didn't make 8 million gift tokens, but you can see that, or I should say 8 million, but you can see that there are, I'm going to say you were all familiar with GIF, upright walking hippo people, very militaristic.
Hippo people.
Yeah, they look like hippo people.
If
The Gith Yankee?
no GIF.
GIF.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I did not know them motherfuckers were part hippo. That's crazy.
Nope, there's the Gith Yankee. Yeah, yeah. They're not.
I was
Two
so
completely
confused.
different races, two completely different things. You can see that they've a decent sized presence along the walls, and you can see a couple of them there at the drawbridge coming across a decent sized moat there in front of the city gates or the town gates. You can see green Vardo there with an elven woman standing in front of it, looking at you as you all approach. And down the street, you can see what looks to be a wagon that's been unhitched with a Gith. Speaking of which, a Gith Yankee standing there seems to be rummaging through it, looking for something. As you all approach, and you can see, like I said, buildings and I'm not going to represent all the traffic, but it's not. You're not alone on the here hanging out or at the city gates. There's people coming in and coming out, dealing amongst the like normal business in a city or a small town.
Is there anything familiar about that GIF? Pardon me, GIF Yankee. After we had the encounter with them on that last planet.
No,
Like
other than him
armor?
just being the same race. No.
Okay.
What's his mother's name?
Careful, hippos kill almost 500 people every year.
That's true. Hippos are the most dangerous.
I keep thinking that you guys are saying HIPAA.
I mean, they all talking about me now. You're
Oh, for goodness sake.
Call me Dr. Knock.
Yeah, and as you approach, that elven woman looks and as you walk by, she says, "Care to have your fortune read?"
How much?
go on, school this witch.
Why, a mere 5 silver pieces.
I'll pay her 5 silver to tell my fortune. Be like, man, it's so cool to get this done. If only I knew more people that could do this.
You see her reach down into a pouch and pulls out a set of little bones, shakes them, and throws them onto the ground. The 4 of you, or the 5 of you, I'll say, watch as they land on the ground, and all they fall in a straight line.
Look at that. Super lucky. That's gotta be good.
And she looks down at them and looks up at you, astonished.
Let me guess, I'm gonna be an emperor someday, or a king. I'm gonna rule multiple moons. I like this silence.
That face.
She gathers up the bones, hands you back your 5 silver pieces.
Oh,
What?
It seems that
Uh-oh.
it's not very often that one is summoned to the Warden's lair.
What does that mean? Who summoned what? Hold on. Where's my fortune?
It seems that she is, well, interfering with my readings. Which is why I gave you your money back.
now, why are you being summoned to the war? Are you a cop? You have to tell us if you're a cop.
I don't even know who the warden is.
Show us your badge.
I suspect this person is a charlatan and isn't a true fortune teller, so I wouldn't take anything she says seriously. Unlike myself, of course.
What? Can you read Knock's fortune? Just to.
Wait, you can tell fortunes?
I'm quite good at it. In fact, you know what? I think I have given Knock a reading before. I think in like our first episode.
Yeah, so long ago.
October.
So what does she mean by the warden? Is that like some god? Or is that like actually like the fucking guards of this place?
She looks and says, "Oh, you must never have been here before then. Why, this place is
Oh.
protected. It was by, well, quite the ambitious tiefling and her I'm not quite sure how to describe that relationship, but her daughter dragon?
That's
Insight check. This lady sounds like she's just kind of talking out her ass.
some skooma.
I just want to know who the warden is.
Even with that role, you can tell she's being honest, if not vague. They showed up
Is the
here.
warden here? Is the warden a person?
Why, no. Well,
Fox, he told you.
It's a group, shall we say?
I don't know. Shall we say? You tell me. You're
It's a group.
lady.
4 of them. Well, 3 now. 4. 4, I'm sorry, 4.
Your information keeps changing.
That's
I
4.
feel like I can't trust you.
Dude, I got myself, was looking at my notes and I lost it. Dude, I misread. There's 4 of them. One is, he travels a lot. The other 2 are the old half-orc is, well, he's getting a bit older. Grumpy. Seems to be obsessed with his studies.
And you're saying that they want us to go somewhere?
Well, there's bones lined up following the river. Leads to the edge of the asteroid, which there's a ladder there.
Which direction are the stores?
Why, directly in the town.
Cool. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's go shopping.
First initiative.
Well, good day to you. Are you all making your way into town? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
All right, making your way up to the city gates. You can see that Gift standing there. Then he says, "Oh, well, hello. Do need to take your names since can't say I've ever seen you here before. Just a registry of who comes and goes."
It's good. I really like that voice.
It is only meant for records for should you do anything completely ridiculous.
What's stopping us from just giving you a fake name?
Well, you can give any name you please, but I've got a photographic memory. I'll definitely remember what you look like and be able to put up a good description. And, well, with us being so close to the Rock of Brawl and all, it doesn't take much to get the news out if we're looking for somebody for something serious.
All your name is Talia.
This guy's
That would be hilarious.
Sorry, I had someone for a second. What was that?
Just, I mean, like,
I really
your name is Umzia.
Somebody said their name is Unzia?
No, we should.
No, yeah, I'll tell him that that's what our names are.
Don't do that.
I'm Unzia version 3.
You want to
like, I'll tell him, alright, my name's Bill. I'm just gonna walk on in.
My name is Michael Botch, Mike for short.
He will take all your names and say, "All right, but I will just let you know, town is under protect. We're here for more of a casual nature, more of an appearance. Don't do anything too wild and crazy, otherwise, you'll waking up, well, let's say, people around here know how to be respectful. Go out and have too much to drink is one thing. Make an ass of yourself, but serious crimes are dealt with here rather seriously. And with a bit of finality.
Who'd you say this town was under the protection of?
While we're under the protection of the Warden.
Oh. Man, everyone keeps talking about this Warden.
If you say that out loud, he looks and says, well, of course, they're responsible for everything here. Keeping everything, how we say lush and under control, and we don't have to worry about any sort of outside threats.
You said they.
Yeah, the Warden's 4 people.
Valorous looks at it.
Okay.
Valorous looks down. Wouldn't it be Wardens?
You think?
Are they like 4 beings that become one?
They're Siamese twins.
That's intriguing. I'd like to see something like that.
That I agree.
You, Jane?
4 beings that become a super warden. How would you?
Sorry, what was that? What was that? What did I miss?
It's like a Full Metal Alchemist type of deal.
Perhaps each takes a limb?
Oh,
Power Ranger.
Yeah.
I love that. That is amazing. That's like having a snake for a head and a snake for arms. and snakes for legs. They're all one being, but think separately.
Are you talking about
that-
the Warden? What? No, the Warden is
Are snakes?
it's a gemerald. It's a gem dragon, and well, there's an Asimar and a half orc, and I want to say an elf. I mean, they all came after the tiefling Renezra.
The problem I'm having is you keep saying warden, not wardens.
Renezra?
Wait, that's a tiefling. Do you know her, Kaz?
All he said was a tiefling. Apparently, I'm supposed to know it with no more prodding than that.
Well, he said her name was Renezra.
No, I don't know Renezra.
That's weird.
I look up familiar though.
Renezra is
This check might be different.
Oh, that's House of Dragons. Rhaenyra.
no, Renezra was the person that Ahmed was traveling with.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Hey.
Overtake.
What was the a half orc? A half orc and Asimar? Wait, hang on.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. A gem dragon.
Oh crap, I just got it. Okay.
Yep. Yep. That's all right.
I don't know what's going on.
They represent our old characters.
Huh.
The crew.
The Gym Dragon is Ahmed. Well, that's where he got his power from. The Orc is a
Gambler character.
Yeah. And
You just
Shepard
say-
Ryan was Renezra.
Oh my god.
And then Katie's paladin character, the Asimar.
There you go. All right, let's go in. Let's
With the
go in.
sunblade.
I'm ready to see the Super Warden.
With the sunblade, you guys are fucked.
Shit, I'm trying to go to the store. I ain't trying to go meet with these wardens.
Yeah, let's shop.
Yeah, I'm
first.
on shopping.
Yeah, we can do that. But just no, I want to see the Super Warden after.
I think you're gonna be severely disappointed.
Probably. But there's always a chance that they could all become one thing.
Yeah, totally.
All right. So, making your way into town. We're gonna do another map change here. Come on. What?
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
And that's a copyright strike.
Oh shit. Alright.
Do.
It's a cover.
Let me see how I can write this. Oh no, that's not what I want to do.
All right. Another map change. Making your way past a few blocks of residencies, you can tell that this is the town is walled. It's a circular-ish town, walled, and you can see that the residencies line the outside ring of the town, and it all seems to be hovered around one central market there. You can see colorful tents, a few buildings. You can see an armory, what looks to be some sort of bookstore, a general store, and then there is a tavern as well. Yeah, and the vendors are have tokens, but we're going to say that there's probably I won't say about 60 people milling around, going through the various tents or stands there, sitting at the tables, having you can smell mulled cider, pie, fresh fruits, vegetables, baked goods, those sort of things.
What time of day is it?
Seems to be like noonish.
And like is this like a well lit? Is this like a sketchy area or like?
No, it's well lit. The we'll call it the sun is coming down. It's bright. It doesn't seem to be. I mean, you can hear commotion and people talking, but you don't. It's not shady at all. You do see one of those GIF town guard seems to be making his way around. Looks as sharp as ever, but you can see he's got a lazy sort of walk to him, like he's comfortable in his. He's not expecting any sort of trouble. Like Paul Blart, mall cop, you know what I mean? Like walking around, like I ain't got shit to worry about. No one's doing nothing.
So he's ready to be caught off guard.
He's riding the big way.
Shanked right in the liver.
Well, I want to find any place that would sell magic items.
Same.
I'm going to say
No,
it's
either
not a very big
kind.
town block. You see that the only place would probably be the bookstore, and you can see above it. It's named Thomas's Trinkets.
I say we head there. Shit.
All right, and walking in,
Sorry, Thomas is what?
Thomas's Trinkets.
Yep.
Walking in, you can see it's a bunch of books, shelves lined with books. You can see little card figurines and rings and whatnot just sitting around on the shelves. Behind the counter, you see looks to be a young kid. Couldn't be any older than 17, dark hair, sitting behind the counter.
What race is he?
Human.
Huh.
Does he say anything as we come in?
No, he looks at you guys.
Just wandered away.
He's busy restocking right now.
Chris, we're over here. Follow my voice.
Yeah,
But it's only a bookstore, right? Like,
Well, it's called trinkets. They gotta have some little trinkets too, right?
doesn't sound like magic weapons, but I can still work with this. You looking for anything in particular, Gloam?
I mean, weapons and armor would be useful, but I'm curious to see what they have here.
Oh, God damn. I'm here. Sorry, I just knocked over my microphone.
I was hoping for some magic arrows and crossbows.
After a moment, the kid looks and says, "What can I do for you? Or are you all just gonna come in and stand in here and what? Get out of the sunlight?"
Yes, that's what we're here for.
Well, if you don't tell me what you're looking for, I can't necessarily help you now, can I?
We're here to be out of the light.
Do you have any magic weapons, ammo, or any magic weapons or ammo?
Well, I mean, depending on how you want to use them, they can be weapons, but an ammunition, like crossbow bolts or arrows or something like that.
Yes.
I mean, I do have a quiver of bolts that are blessed.
What do you mean blessed? What do they do?
They're +1s.
Okay. How many of those do you have?
Quiver, what is that, 12?
Hold on, let me look. Quivers can hold multiple stacks. 20 to 30 bolts.
All right, so we'll say 20.
Chris, I'm just gonna be linking items that are interesting to me, and you could just cross-reference real quick if you've got them.
All right, where are you sending a messenger or what?
The Discord chat.
Discord. Okay.
I guess that's another thing, yeah, like you said, there's a bunch of trinkets and stuff, like, I guess, is that what you want us to just, like, look stuff up and see if that is what it is?
Yeah, you can, just ask me. I'm not gonna give you guys a list.
Cindy, I sent you a message, Chris, on something I'm looking for.
Some of them are a little bit redundant, but it's just more about like what you think he'll have.
Sent it to a DM on Discord.
Ooh, are any of those little statues figurines of power?
Statues I have?
No, that they're all over the shop.
Ah.
Chris,
What?
are any of these you said there's like a bunch of little statues and stuff throughout this shop. Are any of them figurines of power?
I mean, you can't tell by looking at them.
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
I mean, they could be. You could walk up and ask the guy.
Guess it's gonna fire and find out.
I mean, I'm gonna say you're not educated enough to know if these are magical items or not. I mean, and you can't tell by just looking at them.
So do any of these statues of these different creatures or whatever summon or create those creatures when you use them?
I have one or two of those, and they come around for a while, but they're not permanent.
Yeah, you'd have to resummon them every day or however long. I guess. I guess you want me to just send you all the different ones, and then you can just tell me which ones he has, or
Yeah, we'll go through that.
okay.
Did you give my Discord DM?
I was looking at somebody. I was looking at Rob's. Hold on. I'll go to you real quick. Well, you guys are just asking for some. Really?
What?
I mean,
No, I'm looking
you
at
gotta shoot your shot.
Rob, and I'm like, what? Really? Like, not to
Shoot your
throw you
shot.
out there, but you're not going to get a Holy Avenger at level 5, dude. Like,
I'm just saying.
The Holy Avenger at a shop.
Yeah, that there's that too. Not to throw you out there, buddy, but
Wait, are you a paladin?
No, you're right. I hit the wrong one anyway.
Say, geez.
And that's fine if none of these are there. We'll figure it out as we go along. Turns out there's not many pole arms that they have as magical items, but Chris mentioned that he would adapt if we ever came to that road.
I sent you all the different animals of these figurines in your Discord messenger.
okay. So for Brandon, the answer is yes. 15,000 gold pieces.
You're breaking my balls.
It's a wondrous item, dude.
Yes, I know that.
I mean, I'm just going by a somewhat price point there. All right, let me go to Cole.
Always try the 5-finger discount.
I'm still looking up other like rings and stuff, but those are just all the animals that they can be. And I believe I think I might have put
A
Triceratops, but
serpentine owl? What the hell is that even supposed to be?
that's just literally a list of every animal of every statue. That's
Oh, so okay. A Triceratops. That would be fucking hilarious.
that would be badass. Be like, hold on, guys. Here's the Triceratops that we can take into battle with us.
You know what? I'll pay it.
You have
We
it?
have 15,000 gold.
Oh, I thought you said 1,500. Sorry.
No.
No. Oh, nobody has a bag of holding, do they? Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's probably something that we may want to just look into then.
For Katie, they have the oil of slipperiness.
Nice. What's it gonna cost me?
700 gold pieces.
Okay. Do they have either of the others?
He does not. As for the figurines, he does have the Raven, the Griffin, and the goats.
Okay. How much for?
And I'm assuming that just means that you're just summoning a raven, a griffin, and goats, right?
Let me pull it up, and I'll link you it so you can see exactly what they do. It literally is pretty much just that. They're not crazy or nothing.
It's like a battle summon, essentially.
Yeah, they summon and they help during a fight.
Yeah, so you can have a raven that'll help you, but it's not like a silver raven or a griffin made out of bronze, right? That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Or like a Arlington.
Well, I mean, they might look like they're made out of those things, but yeah, it's basically that creature. It's
Okay.
it's stat block.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's got a graven, the raven, the griffin, the goats. And we'll say the steed. Why not? Cool.
The steed too, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess how much for the steed and the lions?
Well, I don't. He didn't have the lions. He had the
Or
raven.
not the lion, I meant the griffin. The griffin, my bad. That's what I meant to say. I'm looking at the lions.
He's gonna say 1,750 gold pieces for the steed. He's going to say 2,500 gold pieces for the griffin.
Jesus, the steed's way rarer than the fucking griffin.
Well, the griffin does offer a little bit more help in combat, as where the steed is more mundane tasks, right?
No.
I feel like this child is ripping us off.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Scribbles is going to ask if he has any spell books for sale.
Scribbles is there. I'm going to say Scribbles stayed with the boat because I have that outlet now. I can just do that. He's back there on the boat with Fiol and Talia.
I think this kid's he's asking for that much for uncommon items. I'm good.
Oh, are they uncommon?
Yeah, I think we can just go.
Yeah, I'll just, how much does he want for the 20 plus 1 crossbow bolts?
Well, 5 gold pieces a piece. So 100 gold pieces for the quiver.
God damn.
That's pretty good.
If you were all looking for those kinds of things, you must be adventurers. You may be interested in a healing potion, 50 gold apiece.
I think one was interested in those.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at stuff. Yeah, how many does he have for sale?
Well, I have 15.
So that'd be 750 for the lot.
Correct.
Wait, how much are they a piece?
50,
50.
which is normal.
I'll put down for 5.
Does anyone haggle? Is anyone good at persuasion, or I'm not the person to do that.
I am, but I'm not. The prices are too high. He's not coming down.
Yeah.
This child is not coming down, so no.
Don't spank this child. Teach this child some manners.
I'll take 5 health potions.
I'll put 5. I'll put down for 5 as well.
All right, so he has
50
5 left.
each. Or less.
It'll be 250 gold. 250 gold a pop.
Chris, I sent you one last item in case he has that.
Okay.
So it'll only be 10,000 gold.
Cool, I'll send you a message. Through Messenger.
I've got one of those 500 gold pieces.
500?
Yeah. Ooh.
Huh. $500. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take it. All right, y'all. We need to start looking into getting some cash injections.
Don't you have like a super high charisma?
Yeah, but I mean, my charisma is 18, but I don't know if I can like
We have
finagle.
I mean, why not?
I mean, I've got a plus 8 in persuasion.
Why are we not?
You guys already paid for it now.
I mean, you can even cast guidance if you want to start trying to come down on some of those prices. I already paid for it, so but
I mean, I can't guide myself on a skill that I suck at.
no, you can cast guidance on Valor, can't you? If you
On anyone if they want to. If you know, if you see that they're about to start haggling again.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to offer to ask for some better prices. So,
all right, I now have the Stone of Good Luck. Woohoo!
I'll ask before we leave if the shopkeeper knows of any, I don't know, shipwrights or anyone who might sell something that we could use to enhance our ship.
Well, yes, you want to talk to the goblin Gib out in the marketplace. He's he sells a lot of things for people that want to improve their deck lives.
Does he have a 500% markup on his items too?
Let's find out.
I don't think so. He's actually, from what I've heard, some of the best prices in the region.
Well,
You would say that, get a flow of cash into your
Yeah, why are you driving traffic to a competitor?
He's not a competitor of mine. He deals in things for ships and, well, I deal in magical items.
what's the name of this planet or moon that we're on again?
Why, we're on Genebackis.
Alright, I'm gonna remember Genebackis, and when I build up more money, I'm gonna come and buy the store and fire you from it. I'm gonna leave.
And as you say that and you start walking out, he says, I do invite you to come and buy me out. I would love to retire.
how much would it be to buy you out?
Considering every magic item he sells is 500 gold minimum, probably a lot.
Just need to know the number.
Maybe we can marry into his family, kill him, and inherit it through some sort of convoluted scheme.
Or buy it. Which seems to be the easier task. Less time consuming. How
I'll
much?
say with the current inventory, 750,000 gold pieces.
Well, you can keep that shop.
With the current inventory.
You can keep the shop. Never mind. You'll never retire.
That's crazy. I really want to know how much all these people, because this is like, the tavern was over 1 million gold, This guy wants 750,000 gold. What kind of fucking economy is this shit in? Where farmers are making like 3 gold pieces a year, but this guy's shop's for 750 grand. So this dude's the equivalent of like richer than Elon Musk in this. Like, what the fuck?
And he's 10. Why is he trying to retire? He's like a boy.
Chris is like, stop poking holes in my story, you dick.
And if you say that, you hear, well, appearances are deceiving.
Oh, there's something in the basement.
Are you a doppelganger?
Oh, he's Herbert from Family Guy.
What?
No, he's half elven, guys.
No, he says shapeshifter.
So you parade around as a boy?
Appearances.
Yes, but then you stiff people on their prices.
Kaz is gonna start heading out because he needs to take an hour to attune to an item, so Kaz will go find a tavern.
I was gonna say, the old trinkets even work.
I'm all even, big dog.
I'm gonna go find Goblin Gib.
Are we splitting?
I'm gonna go to whatever the blacksmith is.
Yeah, I need to attune to this, so.
All right, so we'll go with Gloam. You can see walking out of the bookstore there, or the trinket shop, looking into the marketplace, you can clearly see a goblin over in the northwestern corner of the shop there. I do believe the market there, right? Is that where I put it? Northeastern corner, you can see a goblin, and you can see a bunch of pieces of metal and tools and things lying around on tables, and there's looks to be a wagon that's opened up, and you can definitely tell it's like a mobile workshop.
Alright, I will approach him.
Oh, why, Hayes, how's it going?
Very well. I heard you are able to offer some ship upgrades from your great little workshop here.
Yeah, I mean, what are you looking for? Are you looking for something for the galley? You looking for hammocks and stuff to hang stuff? I got some ballista equipment. I can unload. I mean, I keep most of that outside of town. I have to take it to your boat. I mean, what are you looking for? Rigging. I got a little bit of everything.
This little
Is
guy's
there
fun,
anything
too.
you can do as far as armoring our ship or increasing its capacity to take damage?
Oh, you want maybe some steel or armor plating? I mean, can do some of that too.
Yeah, I think to
what kind
reinforce
of?
the hull.
Yeah, we can look at. I can look into that. Might take a couple of hours. Might have to come and take a look and just see what I got to deal with. I mean, what kind of ship do you got?
Glove knows this, but I've already forgotten the name of the type of ship.
Sculpture?
Yeah. Does it have a specific name or style of ship?
It does.
It'd be a sparrow.
A sparrow. Okay.
If you call it the Sparrow, are you talking like a little strike?
The very same.
Oh, why? Yeah, we can definitely get something done for you.
And what would you charge for something like that?
For the amount of metal and the couple of hours worth of work I'd have to put into it, and then 300 gold pieces? Is that too much?
I find it extremely reasonable.
What's it do? Well, the AC increases what?
He's reinforcing the hull, or he's gonna go take a look and like do like metal on the hull or something. Okay. What kind of
I mean, it'd probably increase your threshold by about 5, maybe 6, and
Yeah.
probably at least from what I've heard, I don't know if very many shrikes being used in combat, but definitely give you probably another 30 or 40 in sustainability.
Hit points.
Chris, what is the actual AC of the ship as it stands right now? I never got the number on that, because everything that he did with those guys just hit every time, so.
I believe it was 15.
15? So for $300, we can increase it by 6 to 21 AC?
No, so
yeah.
what it is the threshold, which is even if I were to hit. So the way it works is even if I hit you, I have to roll so much damage before it even does anything. So
Okay.
I believe the threshold is 15 on the Shrike. So it would increase the threshold to 21.
As opposed to raising the damage threshold, is there a way to make the boat kind of resistant to, say, bludgeoning or fire damage that it would take when the threshold is exceeded? Not necessarily make it harder to hit, but to take less damage overall.
You could probably do that, but you're not there, so.
Above
Well, he said he's
table.
going to come check out the ship, so if y'all might need him if he comes to go look at the ship.
Yeah, if he goes to the ship, you could definitely talk to him.
Oh, one of you guys better go, else someone will blast him.
Yeah. Let me ask you, what about increasing our speed in any way? Is that a possibility?
Well, if you're gonna add all that if you're gonna add armor to it, probably not. I mean, but if you've got a spell jamming helm, you can already go pretty fast.
Okay. And what did you have in the way of ballista equipment?
What? Just outside of town, in my wagon out there, I've got I think I've got 10 bolts. Unless that crazy gift out there is sold any.
These are just regular bolts. Nothing special about them?
I mean, you can modify them if you want. You can put different heads on them.
All right. I'll go out and check on those, but I will hand over 300 for him to reinforce our hull.
All right. I can't say I've seen any ships come in down at on the small dock down on the other side of town. Where exactly did you land your little Shrike?
Where exactly did we land our little Shrike?
It was outside. We were on the path. I'm sure that you'd be able to give him directions to it.
Well, I mean, we really should. Someone should go with him. We can't have this random goblin coming up to the ship and sneaking up on Fjall and Talia.
I'm attuning to something, so I'm going to be busy for an hour.
Alright, then I'll lead the way. I will actually, I'll accompany you.
All right. So we'll do that. We'll leave that for a second. Cole, you're going into the armory?
Yeah.
All right. Walking in, You can see swords and shields hanging on the walls, full suits of armor done up on dummies, and walking around in there is a middle-aged dwarf, bald head, long beard, wearing. You can see that they are like ash and soot stained clothes with a leather apron.
Yes.
Walking in, he doesn't seem to he notices you, but doesn't approach. Lets you have your moment.
I'm gonna approach him and ask if he has any magical crossbows, longbows. Yeah, crossbows or longbows, or hand crossbows. That's
I've got one thing that'll. It's a light crossbow that might enhance your shot by a little bit, but it's not much.
what do you mean?
It's just a +1.
Oh, +1 crossbow?
Yeah.
Like hand crossbow?
Yes.
Do you only have one, or you got two of them?
I've only got one. I don't get much demand for a lot of weapons around here anymore. Bunch of old retirees, and having the warden down there keeping everything safe, and I mean, we're allowed to do our own thing around here, but with them around, people don't tend to cause too much trouble. You know what I mean?
You're right back there.
Makes sense. Alright, then yeah, how much do you want for that, +1 hand crossbow?
What's that? A common magic item?
I believe so, yeah.
Whatever the going rate for a common magic item. What is that? 100? Right? Is that the going rate for a right?
It was 1 to 500 gold per the DMG.
I'm gonna say 100 gold pieces.
Said 100?
Yeah, I'll go 100.
Yeah, cool. I'll give it 100 gold.
Can't say I've ever seen you around here before, and if you didn't know this is a bunch of retirees, we'll say that the place to go is the Sandlot Tavern. Got a great breakfast special, and their beef stew is quite the thing to have.
Very good, huh?
Oh yeah.
What, are there any other, I guess, shops or anything that would sell any other trinkets or useful things or weaponry or anything like that in this town that's not overpriced like this friggin' 12-year-old or this other shop is trying to sell?
Oh, he's
Like you, with your reasonable prices, great, amazing.
I don't know. He's looking at it like you want my opinion? With everything that's happened in the past few years, he's gotten a little greedy. I mean, can you blame him with people around here prepping? Something big is coming.
What do you think is coming? What do you mean by that? Something big? Like what happened in the last few years?
Well, I mean, you have to have heard what has happened down there on the planet below. all that crazy shit happening down there. I mean, and the rise of all these cults. It's wild.
He's obviously talking about the Rock of Brawl, right?
The Rock of Brawl, and I would say you would know that it orbits Faerun, and Faerun is fucking busted right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You don't live on an asteroid filled with a bunch of retired adventurers and whatnots, and if they're buying up materials, well, you know something's happened.
When you're done eating, probably do like an hour break time. And then start on book reports. Okay? I'll end 20 minutes to chill. Alright.
Well, I got the main thing that I came to town for, so whoever else wants to go, I'll probably just go to the tavern and beat up a cast. That'll be me.
Chris, in this meantime, can I have attuned to this item? Has it been an hour?
I think he's AFK.
And Cole, I sent you a thing on Facebook.
Yeah, I've seen. I'm not. He's gonna charge way more than the 40 platinum you gave. Have you not heard the prices he was trying to charge for everything else?
Well, ask for like a reference to someone else. We can cut a deal, do a favor or something.
Chris, just asking if I could have attuned to this item in the amount of time that everyone else is doing their shit.
I mean, you don't have to sit there and like stare at the item and kneel on the ground. I would say you can walk outside, and while they're doing their thing, if all of you are going to make your way back to the ship at the same time and going with.
Oh no, I'm going to a tavern. I just wanted to know if I had a moment's peace to be able to do that for an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. I will be there waiting for Doc to show up.
Real quick before I leave the blacksmith, I would ask if he knows of any enchanters in this town. Like that'll apply weapon, whatever enchantments on weapons, armor, increase defensiveness, whatever.
One second. Rearranging
Yeah.
mine.
Nothing's coming through if you're talking.
He says, "What? Well, I guess you want to talk to what was that fucking dumb
I didn't hear anything. Like Mike isn't picking you up or something.
No, can you hear me now?
Yes. Yep.
All right, good. I was trying to keep my voice low. He looks at you and says, "What? Why, yes, blessings and maybe invocations on weaponry. You may want to talk to Sparkles." On the other side of the rock, or on the other side of Genebackis.
So how far is that? Like if I was to walk there from here, how long would it take?
Oh, it's a half mile or so just outside of the city. Just follow the river. There's a ladder that leads to the other side.
I guess I'll head there. Well, still
Just-
up there, dude.
I will say, if you go there, don't go there with any sort of piss poor intentions. Won't end well for you.
Then I should go back to the ship then.
Better go meet up with, I think Cass said he was going to the tavern or the.
Yeah, then I'll go there. Then I'll go there.
I think we should probably see if we can find any work here because we were just humbled by how poor we are.
I don't think we were humbled. I think that those prices were too marked up.
Like I said, there's always the 5-finger discount.
Which is
Oh,
why this is so close to the Rock.
Yeah.
You would think that with so much trade happening between the two, that the prices would be more competitive, you know?
Yeah.
There goes Tony again talking to her earring
Yeah. For real.
behind closed doors, muttering to herself.
My precious.
Super weird lady.
All right. So who in town is doing what?
I'm going to meet Kaz in the bar.
I'm going to the
Presuming there is
chamber.
a bar.
Or wherever.
Chris, I did have a question. In the room that I barricade myself in, is there like a porthole or something that I can view the docks out of?
No.
No air's coming in either, so.
We got about 4 hours left of our bubble.
No, there are no windows out the sides. I don't think of anybody's quarters except for whoever's on the top deck or whoever's running the spell jamming. If you're in the spell jamming helm, then yeah, there are portholes you'll be able to see out of.
Oh yeah, that's where I am. I'm in the room with the steer where you, yeah.
So
The
you
stairwell,
would
yeah.
see out of there. Most of the front of the ship. If you pulled it in and landed with the front of the ship facing the city, you'd be able to see the town. Yeah.
Can I do some sort of check? I want to see if I notice anybody paying attention to our ship. Like a perception check. I want to see if anybody's noticing our ship and paying particular attention to it.
Can I make that check as well, keeping watch on the gangplank?
Sure.
Yeah.
I have plus 11 and I still got a 13.
I got 10.
Tally, you were the last. Were you the last person that was flying the Spelljammer?
Yes.
All right, so you're still attuned to it. So you feel what the ship feels. The ground underneath you is alive.
Yeah.
Do I get a sense of malignant intention?
That you can't tell, but I'm going to say that through the sensitivity and you feel what the ship feels on all of it. The ship is landed on something living.
I want to knock on the door and try to get who stayed with me? Sorry, Fjall?
Yeah.
Y'all's the only one accessible.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock on the door.
Fell asleep with a bunch of oil in his ears and he can't hear anybody.
I'm gonna try to get Fjall's attention, knock on the door so I get him to come talk to me.
Yes, Talia. Hello.
Unzia, my name's Unzia. I just wanted.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm not supposed to use that one.
No, Unzia is. Don't use the other one. Unzia is my name.
Sorry.
I wanted to let you know so that you can maybe go tell somebody else on shore. We are currently sitting on something alive. There's something alive beneath us, surrounding us.
You want me to go check it out?
I don't know if we need to check it out or if we just need to get everybody back on the ship and get the hell out of here, but I will leave you to do as you will.
I'm gonna go check it out. And if it's something super dangerous, I'll stab it real good.
All right.
Alright, hang tight.
Hillary, one thing just for clarity's sake, if you could change your nameplate, that would help some of the character confusion
this-
names.
It's only on this planet that it's not safe.
Oh,
Would
okay.
it not safe, right?
Yeah, it's this place specifically that I would like to only be
Gotcha.
referenced.
Okay.
I'm not good at subterfuge, guys. Alright.
Although maybe I can't do that just for.
Down the game plank. I guess by this time I would see Gloom and the Goblin.
Yeah, we'd be heading your way, so. Hold hands here.
How far off are you guys?
We weren't that far from town, right? So it can't take us long to get there, I assume.
Alright, I see two shadowy figures coming up.
No, you
Yeah,
don't.
well,
This is happening at the same time.
Pointed
They
toward
left.
you in an aggressive fashion.
No. This is
see.
You guys are close.
This is happening at the same time. Like they've just left, so you've got a little bit of time to yourselves.
Okay. They haven't started going back.
Yep. This is like we're going back in time to when they just left, and this is what you guys are picking up.
Alright, I'll walk down the gangplank and inspect the area of ground around the feet of our ship.
Looks like ground.
I'll poke it.
Nothing happens. It reacts like you're stabbing dirt.
I'll cast Comprehend Languages and in Primordial ask, hello, is anyone there? I get a response.
No answer.
I'll listen for anything.
There is nothing.
Alright. She's losing it. Getting cabin fever.
Send a cat and she's going insane.
Yeah. I'll go back up to Unzia's barricaded room. Unzia, I checked it out. I poked it, tried talking. There's no real response. I think you might be running out of air in there.
Maybe it doesn't care, but it's definitely there. And you know that
So
wasn't
you
it.
step out on the deck and get some fresh air. There's no one else here. It's our ship.
I will very carefully unbarricade the door and poke my head out.
Have a good berry. It's gonna be fine. See? We've got the ocean, we got the woods. There's no one here. You're safe.
I'm very suspicious. I ain't coming out. But I'll breathe some air and then go back in.
Okay. Well, keep watch still.
Thank you, Phil. I appreciate it.
What do you think the others are doing right now?
Spending more money than they should.
Arguing with the shopkeep.
What?
Arguing with the shopkeep or something.
I hope they aren't threatening anybody.
Wanna place a bet?
I don't gamble.
True. Scribbles is rubbing off on me in the worst of ways, I'm sorry.
Gambling is a dangerous character flaw.
I mean, it doesn't hurt on occasion. Not that I have real use for cash anyway.
You only have to do it once and then it's in you.
Like a fungus?
Like poison.
It's so wise. I'll hang out less with Scribbles, I guess.
It would probably be for the best not to indulge his
Habits?
dangerous habits.
Wait, how is it dangerous?
Well, besides losing all of your funds, besides that, you also potentially bring down the fury of somebody unexpected or fall in with a rough crowd. It doesn't seem worth it for a quick hit of adrenaline.
Okay. I'll keep my eyes out. And my coin burst to itself.
Wise.
Okay. I'll let you know if anything happens.
I'll be watching.
Okay.
Not you, but in general.
I don't mind.
I can watch you too.
Good to know. Alright, I'll continue to keep watch at the top of the gangplank.
All right. So a few minutes later, you do see two figures making their way back up the path from the town. One is Gloam, and the other is a short, green-skinned figure with a bag slumped over his shoulders with carpenter's tools, and behind them, you can see a wagon being pulled by two donkeys, creaking its way up the path.
I rush down the gangplank and pull out a little stick and point it towards them.
It's
Gloam, where are they?
Fear not, y'all. This is my good friend Gib. He is here to do some repairs and perhaps a little bit of reinforcements on the ship.
Are they worthy?
Yes. Sure.
Okay. Sure we can't blast them? Always wanted to use this for the war.
This is not who we should be blasting, no.
Okay. Let me tell Unzia real quick. Yeah. One of them. Unzia, we have Gloam's here with some visitors. They're coming on board to do repairs.
Can you find out if they need in this room specifically?
I think he only needs to do the outside, right?
If he's doing full repairs on the ship, no, he's going to need to get into the cargo hold and go through the entire ship.
Well, not repairs, but like reinforcements, that type of stuff.
How long is he gonna be there for?
He said it'll take a couple hours.
Do you just Gloam real quick?
Let me see if I can wild shape. How long is it going to take?
He said a couple hours.
As he walks up and he looks, whatever the damage on the ship is, how much damage is on the ship?
I think we fully repaired it.
Yeah,
So we're just doing
we got fully repaired.
Yeah.
yeah, it's fully repaired.
We just wanted the reinforcements.
It could look nicer.
It'll take me probably about between me and the one guy, me and the gift that I got back there. Probably take us 3 hours. Get everything done.
If I help you guys, will the work get done sooner?
No, you're just getting our way. You don't know what you're doing. We gotta come inside. We're just gonna reinforce everything. Promise. We don't touch nothing. It's not our thing. I'd rather have the business than steal your stupid ass trinkets. What's one robbery is my reputation.
Tell them to do this room first. I'm gonna unbarricade the door and then I'm going to wild shape into a spider.
Can you all start in this chamber first?
Sure.
You've been paid yet?
I'll just be wild shaped as a spider just hanging out in the room.
And for those of you that are there, they go through the room, whether you're watching or not, and do reinforcements on the inside, move around to the outside of the ship, and meticulously make their way through. disturbing things only to get to where they have to and moving things back. It's almost as if they didn't touch a thing when they're done as they make their way through. And that'll be your next 3 hours, I will say.
Glom, I have a personal question.
Certainly.
Where did you find this green halfling? Is he sick?
This is my good friend Gib. We've known each other for years, and I trust him completely.
Yeah, but why is he green? What's wrong with him?
I think you'll find that many creatures don't enjoy being asked why they are certain colors or shapes or of different species.
Are you within earshot of all this? Of these two?
I mean, if y'all were just talking, I'm just.
Well, no, I mean, if I'm going to say you're within earshot of Gib, and he turns around and says,
And I'm called a goblin. I'm actually a living thing. And you are like animated this stuff.
as he points to a metal ribbon.
You give that man some tea or like a nice honey
I
lemon drink.
was just concerned. I had never seen such a lustrous shade of green on a creature of your stature. I was worried you had some affliction. My friend here, Glom, is a cleric. She can help.
I could also.
How do you just gonna volunteer people for stuff?
He looks at you and says,
I see they stopped with any sort of creative development halfway through. If you want, I got some friends that are good with rock working. We can maybe make something a little more presentable.
My features are sharp enough, thanks. Would you like a good berry? Keep your energy up.
Did you offer to do plastic surgery on y'all?
What is plastic?
Just to.
They said Fionna's ugly as fuck. They gave up trying to style him halfway through production.
I don't think my creators knew any better. It's been that long. They didn't have architecture like that back then. Alright, I'm gonna continue keeping guard, I guess. As these two work.
So, unless anybody else that's on the ship has any dialogue they want to do, that's how you spend the next 3 hours watching. Sorry. Go ahead, Katie.
Yeah. I just, if y'all wants to keep guard, I would like to go back into town. If you're okay with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. So Talia, after a little bit, they're done with your room, and you can crawl your way back into the room, and your wild shape ends. Fjall keeping watch on this goblin and this Gith. They meticulously make their way through and armor the ship, reinforcing it. You don't see them take anything. And when they're done, they're done. They look at you and say,
We got everything done. If you need anything else, you know where to find us. You can find us in town. Everything will be good to go.
Where's my inventory? Yeah, I'd like to give, was it?
Yes, me give.
I hear it's customary in the other humanoid races to offer additional compensation, more coin, if you will, for good service. I see you've done everything Glom has asked in quite a rapid amount of time, so I'd like to give you this, and I'll hand him 50 extra gold pieces.
Oh, well, thanks. Office still stands. If you want somebody to help clean up that appearance, we can probably make it happen.
This is the first.
And I know you don't. I know you probably don't drink, but
I drink a lot. Wait.
Well, we're heading back into town. We're gonna head down to the tavern and have something to drink. If you want to join us, definitely buy you around.
Of course. I should warn you, though, as far as competitions go, I am a champion chugmaster. Not many an island.
Well, you made a rock, or was it mud, or whatever.
I do not get sick. I can drink all night. So, if you're inviting, just be warned.
I said I'd buy you a drink.
Yeah, but if it leads to a competition, I assure you I will win.
I'm fucking 2.5 feet tall. Who am I out drinking? Besides, I'm gonna have more work tomorrow.
Fair.
All right, and
He's kind of like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Have a good day.
he turns and looks at the gift and says,
All right, let's go ahead and head back to town.
and they leave.
I mean, I didn't lie. I am.
Wait, that whole 3 hours already happened?
That was just them. We're gonna leave them alone now for a little while.
Yep.
So now we're with Knock, Kaz, Valrith. Where are you?
He does more.
Well, Kaz and Valrith are together. I'm going to the Enchanter's house.
So Nock's going to talk to Sparkles,
Yeah.
and Gloam's on her way back into town.
All right, where do I want to go first?
Gloam, did you want to meet up with Nock?
I mean, I did want to go to the blacksmith, but I assume he was doing his stuff while I was,
All right,
talking
we're
to
gonna
the
say
goblin.
that here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna leave Valrith and Kaz alone for a second in the bar. Knock, as you're leaving town, Gloam, I'm gonna say you two run into each other as Knock is leaving town and you're coming back from the ship. Since you were just there to do introductions and your little thing there, and then you dipped out while the construction was being done. So I'm going to say if you two want to go together, you can go together. If not, well then you can go and meet Kaz and Valrith in the bar, and I can do Knock.
I'm gonna ask what kind of. I'm assuming we run into each other. Like, oh, what have you been up to?
Oh, we have some lovely new hull on the ship.
Ooh,
Very exciting.
do we have a crow's nest?
You know what? We can ask for that, honestly.
You do have a little crow's nest if you looked at that one picture I sent in the Discord chat.
Oh, probably
I
always
thought we said
No, we've never had a crow's nest.
Yeah, that's.
Isn't there a crow's
So
nest?
that's
I
good.
think?
Yeah,
No,
we
there's
did.
not. Oh, no, there's not.
No, there's no crow's nest.
I could have sworn the
We
ballistic.
talked about building one, but we had to move a ballista or something. I forget what exactly it was.
The other ship had a crow's nest.
You'd have to
I
get
would
a
go now.
master
We
or
don't have one of those on the ship.
install a support beam to.
That's right.
Huh. Well, I'm running to the enchanter of the town. I don't know if you wanted to join me, if there's anything you wanted to get enchanted.
I'm definitely interested. Yeah, let's go there.
Alright.
All right. Cool. Here we go.
Did I make you enough food?
Yet again, another map change.
Oh, that means Chris invested in this area.
Ooh, and the water moves and stuff.
Yeah, the waterfall, look at that.
And there's Treebeard.
Treebeard the Enchanter.
Oh shit! Wait, Cole can walk on that wall.
I could.
Who's a spider climb?
You could just walk right down the waterfall.
Right?
I can ritual cast water walk on myself, and I can do the same.
Can you walk on the wall?
I can move across any liquid surface, such as water, as if it were solid ground.
But if it was water that was falling in the waterfall, like
Fine. Gravity. So
I don't know, maybe legally, yeah.
You see, Midpoint took advantage of the verticality of the y-axis, Your Honor.
Y equals mx plus b.
Yeah, everyone forgets about cosine and sine.
All right.
So, another heavy, good on acid.
Knock and gloam. Knock, following the directions of the dwarf told you to follow the river to the edge of the asteroid. You do. And as you make your way down, it comes to what is clearly the edge of the asteroid. The water seems to run off. You can see it disappear, and you can see what looks to be a small like a lake. But as you look out, you can see it's much like your ship. There's a gravity plane there that seems to be holding this body of water, which you can only imagine is just as deep as it would be on the other, and you can see through the others to the other side. It's maybe 10 feet deep if we were to go all the way through it to the other side. And you know that coming out the other side would be like diving, like emerging from, like if you were to dive into a pool and emerge on the other side, as if you were coming out of water. Much like the gravity plane on your ship when you're not when you're in space. I don't know how that works if you're not in space. Does everything fall to the floor? We're not going to go down that road.
Do we also see this tree creature?
You do see a giant tree in that northeastern corner with a face in it, and it looks to be moving and looking at you as you approach.
Is that a tree with a face?
When you heard about this enchanter, was this mentioned at all?
No. They just said they live over here.
Maybe we got the wrong area, the wrong side of the asteroid.
Did you say we see like a hut or something or anything around here?
No, you do see I'm going to say on the south side of that waterfall, looks to be a ladder climbing down.
Oh, great. I guess I'll point at the ladder and be like, it looks like we gotta go down.
Is that off the edge of the asteroid?
There's only one way to find out.
Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I'm always up for adventure.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk down the actual side of the asteroid.
As you approach where that ladder is, the face in the tree moves and says, "Careful what you ask for here on my here on me.
Rob, how'd you get the tree's face as your
I
background?
will have no ill intentions here. And you walk down into the water?
Was the ladder in the water?
Yeah, it leads down into the water.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Off the side
Yeah,
of the,
alright.
the asteroid.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Guess we both go in the water now?
Yeah.
All right. Climbing down, the gravity plane changes. So you can, Gloam, you're climbing up a ladder and up out of the water. This will be fun. This will be real fun.
Yeah.
In the edge of on the edge of a clearing, you can see what is clearly an overgrown sort of symbol on the ground, carved in stone. A small, or a rather large house, a small pool, a little outhouse there, and an Asimar in very nice armor standing alongside of it with a swimming pool or with a fishing pole. Also on that stone little dais there is a statue of what appears to be, it's very, very well carved. I mean, it's artistic, it's beautiful, very well detailed, of an older, now I'm gonna have a fucking minute. Are you kidding me? The word is not coming to my. Oh my god! Really? Of a elderly tiefling woman. There is smoke coming from the chimney. The house of both little houses there. The paladin turns and says, "Oh, why, hello. What can I do for you?"
Oh, I'm muted. We're here looking for possible enchantments to our weapons, armor, rings, amulets, whatever.
Oh, I bet you're going to want to deal with Sparkles before, but she doesn't awaken for a few more hours.
I'm sorry, where did you say Sparkles is?
Why, she's down through the glade, but she doesn't awaken for a few more hours.
Is it possible to wake her up early?
Why, You don't wake a dragon of her age up at early.
Oh, Sparkles of the Dragon. That would have been nice to have, been disclosed.
You just must not have asked the right questions.
I mean, I feel like if you're like, oh, hey, yeah, go meet my buddy Sparkles. By the way, they're dragons, just so you know.
Were you not informed as to who the warden is?
Warden again.
We've heard a little about the warden. Not much.
Why, that's what we are.
You're the warden?
I am one of the warden.
Oh, Ahmed, damn it. Vareth is gonna be so disappointed he didn't get to meet you guys. He thought that you guys could all combine into one body, like a transform. Well, not I guess, like some kind of weird amogus creature.
Bogus.
Well, it seems that that may be a little more on the nose than it isn't.
Wait, you guys can combine into one body?
No. But it seems that we are all needed for one thing.
I see. What was your name again?
Sir Bourbon.
Oh.
Ooh.
You're fucked. Unwed.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
Sir Bourbon in a French accent.
We're not going to go down that. I can't do a French accent. Sorry.
Not the French accent, so Chris is allowed to not do it.
so you said it's gonna be a few hours before she wakes up, then, Chris?
Yeah, she's an ancient dragon, and after what she's been through. I mean, she's been through a lot.
I guess I'll look at Gloam. I'll be like, well, I guess. Do you want to go? I know earlier you had said you wanted to go to the blacksmith. Did you want to head there? I think I'm going to run back to the ship to tell what's his face to add a crow's nest on, and then we can maybe meet back up here at the enchanter once this dragon wakes up.
That sounds wise. And then we can also see if anyone else wants to meet us here. Because meeting up with a dragon might not be safe, just the two of us.
Very true. But yeah, I'm down to do that.
Yeah, so we'll head our separate ways.
You guys just love making this just all about split party. Everybody's going everywhere.
Well, what are we gonna do? I'm not sitting here fishing with Bourbon for 2 hours. I mean, I guess I could.
Ego death?
All right, as the two of you turn and walk away, I'm going to say you see a elderly half-orc wearing robes make his way out of the house as well. Yeah, that's right. We're not done yet. All right, so now where is everybody going? Okay, so I've got Kaz and Valrith in the bar. Let's go do
Yep.
What's the bar's atmosphere like?
We have a name.
Yeah, it's the Sandlot Tavern.
Walking in,
That's
it's a clean bar, not too loud. You do see some people milling around, having drinks. It does look like to be a elderly crowd.
Having just bought healing potions, I will give Valorith 2 of my 5. So take those, add them to your inventory.
He's sucking up to get more than blood.
I need him. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Wow. Cut me right to my heart. I see how it is.
You ain't there. Brendan, it looks like you're
Calling me
muted.
blueberry motherfucker all these times? Fuck you, I don't need you.
Alright, this has been an expensive trip, so I don't know if we should look for work here, but I think our next priority should be looking for gainful employment.
I think our next thing should be leaving. We were supposed to be here to buy a weapon and leave. Are we not wanted on the next rock over?
Do we have a heading?
Yes, we were going to the library.
Okay, then I'm down for leaving. But I wouldn't mind making some money on the way.
I feel like we're playing with fire by being here.
Nobody's recognized us.
Yet.
Doesn't Valorith look completely different?
Yes, but I have people that know I'm a UNT and are looking.
Ah, okay.
Then I'm for that. Then let's reconnoiter with our traveling companions when we can leave. We can maybe even have a discussion on the road then.
Sure.
Problem is, I know we're all wanted for separate reasons. There's always going to be any point of civilization that is going to be connected.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's going to recognize eventually. We're going to bottom out.
Okay. But why on the rock next to the rock?
Okay, sure.
You're just inviting chaos at that point.
I came in here with a task. I have attuned to my item, so I have no reason to stay here. I just wanted to pull off to a side place to attune. If we didn't get the items that we wanted, that's fine. We can leave now.
That's what I would suggest.
But unfortunately, it looks like everyone is asses to the wind right now because I have no idea where the rest of our party members are.
It's a problem. Then I'm going to the ship and I'm staying there until they get here.
I think I had announced that I was going to the tavern, so I don't know if it would be better for me to stay behind and wait for them, or if we should just go back to the ship. But yeah, I'll go back to the ship with you.
Right. I am standing up and leaving.
You know.
All right.
You only even gonna talk to one barmaid? God. No dates?
What a date. No, thank you.
I don't know how that's going to make that, how I can stretch that out to a 3-hour thing, but yeah, you guys make your way back to the ship as you see a goblin and a gith. making their way back from the ship, or down that path where the ship is.
Gonna walk by him.
You're still on the ship. Tyler's still on the ship. Knock, what are you doing?
I was trying to make it back because basically Glom pretty much dropped them off. We met up. We went straight to the enchanters. I was trying to basically beeline it from the enchanters to run into that goblin to add on the crow's nest to what we were doing.
All right, so we'll say you get there just as he's finishing up, and it'll take an extra 45. It'll take an extra hour for him to do something else.
We do have the spare lumber he can use, so he doesn't need to use his own materials.
Well, no, we want to keep that spare lumber for if we get attacked or need to make repairs while we're flying.
Well, you've done a lot of walking today. You've done like the most.
Yeah, I'm back and forth.
Yeah.
So 2 more hours, I bet. We have to harvest a tree.
It's that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
How much would he charge for that too? So I know.
It says 75 gold.
Perfect. I'll give him 75 gold.
And Gloom, what are you doing?
I just wanted to go to the blacksmith. I'm just looking for plate mail if he has it.
Regular plate mail?
Yeah, I mean if he has something better.
Yeah, he has regular plate mail. And it'll offer
Then
you whatever it is in the player's handbook.
Cheap for you already.
1,500.
The 18 AC.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, if he has it ready and I can purchase it ready made, then I will.
Yeah, he says it'll take you a couple of minutes for him to tailor it up. You know what I mean? Like he's going to go through with the straps, and so if you decide to take it off, that you can put it back on. It's set for you.
Thanks.
Are you going to sell the old armor that you were wearing?
That's a good idea. If he will purchase it.
He will at half the price it is in the player's handbook.
Gotcha.
Because he's going to have to. I'm going to have to do some repairs on it, and I do have to make a couple of dollars myself. You know.
What's a dollar?
That's about.
A gold piece. Alright, and that's all I was looking for.
All right. So we're gonna say at this point we're yeah.
All in the vicinity of the boat.
You've all made it back to the boat.
Well.
Hello, everyone. That's Chris's dad, everyone.
Yeah, there's my dad. I'm proof. I'm an actual human being and not hatched from an egg. Or he's gone now. It's a myth.
Chris is the changeling.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion Chris is still a hidden lizard person, but you know, you can tell by his cold-blooded eyes.
I've got beautiful eyes, dude. What are you talking
Yeah, I
about?
didn't say they weren't beautiful. I said they were cold-blooded.
Do this, Chris.
Icy blue. Oh yeah, that's a lizard face for sure.
Not Glowing, you guys were gone for a while. Where'd you get off to?
Well, we actually need to leave again. But,
Where to?
there's
Yeah, you're right. We need to leave this planet, right?
no, like to go back in but out of town. There's a drag. Oh, we met the Warden, Velith. At least part of them.
You're muted,,, Brennan.
Well, how are they?
They actually all combined into one giant creature, exactly like you were talking about. It's pretty insane to see.
You're shitting.
No, I swear.
That sounds so evil. We must slay them at once. Let's go.
They like gained like 6 feet of height. It was crazy. What didn't they glow?
It was truly a sight to behold.
You do that contested insight deception
We
right
only
now.
wish that you were
Yeah.
all there.
Yeah, I don't trust
Oh my god.
what Gloam is saying.
Roll 'em.
Insight.
It's still a smaller creature.
Can you cast guidance on yourself to give yourself D4?
She totally can.
Fucking stop it.
I got a 15.
I got a 5.
See? You didn't see anything.
But perhaps we would if you would only come with us to see the Warden.
There's a dragon too.
I don't care about those stubborn things.
Why are we going to see a dragon?
They're an enchanter.
Oh. Fjell's gonna sit there and literally think for a minute as to why he would need an enchanter. And then it clicks.
How long will you guys be gone?
I mean, it's only like a half a mile from town, so how long it takes to go there, ask. Who knows, the prices might be ridiculous and we might just turn right back around and come right back.
Make sure they don't make you jump through hoops.
If we garner a deal, though, at least in my case, we may need to spend the night.
We are not spending the night.
Could we?
No.
Please?
That was not the plan.
Please?
No.
I mean, we can probably pass that. We could nap off planet. Like, we can just take the ship into the sky and just, like, if you want to do multiple away missions, just
It's
land,
probably safer.
re-land.
Yeah, it's safer to sleep out off planet or off asteroid or whatever this is.
When you guys walked out there, did getting there require you to pass a lot of people?
No.
No.
I may want to come with you to this enchanter.
Why are you guys so scared all of a sudden about people?
Not people.
Well, you guys just walked all right through town into the tavern with no care in the world. Now all of a sudden, did something happen that we don't know about?
No. It's just.
Alright. You said that at the same time. I'm wary.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's just people that are looking for me, and we are too close to where they were.
I mean, some might say that multiple people in the party are wanted, possibly, maybe. So, I mean,
You don't have a cult looking for you.
yeah, gangs, cults, it's all the same thing.
Archaeological societies, it's literally the same thing. One's a faction of the government.
One could argue that's even worse. That means they're state funded.
What government?
The government of the Rock of Brawl?
What is the government of the Rock of Brawl?
Yes, please educate me.
It started off as a community of giants who were then squashed by half-elves and then taken over by the current government. The organizations that you all are familiar with.
It's kind of a criminal oligarchy.
It's
Well,
like
it's more than
Pirates
three.
of the Caribbean.
I hear they do some shady dealings.
You all do whatever you want to do. I am not staying here.
Well, how are you gonna leave?
5 nights.
It just so happens I have the captain of the ship that doesn't want to be here.
The captain technically is either Scribbles or Talia.
And it currently is Talia. And she doesn't want to be here.
She must have stayed in the ship.
No, she wants to be off this planet. She's only staying in the ship to not be seen.
But hey, first of all, this whole aggressive oh, we gonna do things whatever I say type of deal, only works when we're out with other people. It's not gonna work with interpersonal party relations.
I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm telling you, I'm not staying here.
And what if she says that she's not flying the ship off?
Then
We'll
I
be getting the
just
party members.
Oh, like the cast footprints of her from behind the door because she's not wanting to come out, like just projected out. Can you hear us in there? Can you even get?
I assume like on the ground in
If
front
I have the impression that there's someone coming for me or us, I'm leaving you guys behind. I'm taking off, and then I'll circle back around and get you then.
I'll turn to you all and.
There's nobody coming though.
Right, we're perfectly safe.
You guys are literally just went to the tavern, scared yourselves, and then ran to the boat, and now you're sitting here even more scared for no reason. We're not even parked in the dock. We're like out in the middle of the woods somewhere.
I thought we were at the dock.
No, take me to this enchanter. Take me to this dragon.
Alright, what time limit would you be comfortable with us spending off the ship before you'd fly off without us?
That's a question for the captain.
I'm not the freaking captain.
You're driving.
You are now.
Look at
Oh
me.
my god. I don't have to do anything now.
The one that steers the ship is the captain.
This is great.
I can't do magic, so I can't be captain if I wanted to.
And please don't tell me Scribbles is captain. Oh god.
How about when you're on the back, we'll have a vote. We can decide by a nice, democratic way about who should be captain in name only. How about that?
So you on T, we usually eat the losers. So is that how you do your democratic votes?
Ooh, I'm very curious what yuan tea tastes like now that you say that.
Delicious.
I would prefer
I've
not
eaten too.
but I don't think there's a lot of killing when it comes to democracy. At least I do.
I feel like that's a lie.
That's a loaded question.
Typically, I'm not familiar with
If the democracy should not come with killing as a necessity. It could be a byproduct, but not a necessity.
What if we vote to kill someone?
No, that's democracy.
Then they're welcome to flank.
Well, if it is a part of the outcome, if death is a part of the outcome, then it is necessary because it is completely impossible to separate one from the other. So that means the vote is necessary and death is necessary.
What if we leave it to a chance?
A necessity as part of a democratic vote is if the loser of the democratic vote then retaliated in violence against those that did not vote for them.
It is in UNT culture.
And I don't want to respect culture in this case. Avoid death.
I could unhinge my jaw and eat any one of you right now.
You could attempt to.
I don't know. No, I could definitely do it. Trust me.
I'm twice your eyes.
Where is this conversation? Where is this conversation happening exactly on the ship?
We're on the deck, but I believe Talia is still behind a door having this conversation, like yelling out the door.
I've got my lips pressed against the floor, so I'm like talking under it.
I'm gonna say those of you on deck would notice that the little pseudo dragon climbs back up on deck of the ship, climbs up to the stern castle, finds a nice sunny spot and lays down, curls up and goes to sleep. As comfortable as she could possibly be.
Oh,
Not a care
also,
in the
did
world.
y'all... Sorry, I thought you were done. Go ahead.
That was it. Just not a care in the world.
Oh, I was gonna say, did y'all notify you all that whatever surface that we are currently landed on is a living being of some sort?
Beg pardon?
What? Excuse me?
The ground beneath us is, according to Unzia here, alive in some way. I poked it. I tried to speak with it. It did not respond to me.
How do you know it's alive?
No,
The ship,
well,
the ship is somehow aware, which when I'm connected to the ship, I become aware of the ship, of what the ship is aware of, I guess.
So why are we, okay, that's alarming. Why are we, okay.
okay, so we saw this tree with a face who asked us to be something he referenced on him, like as if the planet was him.
A talking tree.
It was a tree.
That
Which
explains a lot.
was some sort of magical manifestation of a planet-sized creature. Does anybody have any knowledge of a creature that could be the size of a planet or a moon?
I do know that trees, as my greatest natural enemy, are able to extend their roots through all sorts of terrains and areas. It's, depending on how old it is, not impossible.
Chris, when I was feeling this through the ship, did I get the sense that it was kind of like a root system type of living, or more of like a whole singular organism out of containing everything?
A mixture of both. It was one living entity. And it was the ground. Roots can go everywhere.
How far away? Okay. How far away was this talking tree?
Right by where the enchanter is.
So 2 miles that way?
Not even.
Oh, well then yeah, it's definitely possible. Sorry, Carol.
Our clearing where we could land. Can we move our ship closer? Can we take care of it over there? If you guys wanted to get back there.
To the tree? You want me to
Yeah,
take this?
I would suggest if we're worried about people noticing us that we just leave the ship where it is instead of trying to fly it around. I mean, it's literally like a mile there and back. At a brisk walk, we could do it in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If we move the ship closer, I would be willing to go on land and try to commune with the tree.
Sure. And if you guys are comfortable staying on planet, you could stay aboard the vessel, and the rest of us will drop down and, in addition to talking with the tree, talk with the dragon and the other warden, and yeah, get our business done. So you guys can be hidden on the vessel, off planet, you know, and still technically be away from the surface and prying eyes, just as you want, and we can follow up these threads of curiosity as we want.
I'm happy to do that, just as long as we're not, a low profile is key.
Yeah, we can hover it at the, we can hover it.
Chris, if I were to cast Paths Out without a trace, would the ship be considered, since it is somehow sentient? Would Paths Without a
No,
Trace?
I mean, you're going to be flying a ship right past the city. It's going to have to be above the tree line, so you're going to be seen. It's not like you can make the entire ship invisible. It's not a big ship, but it's.
Yeah. But I mean, our ship was seen coming in, and no one's bothered to investigate it. So if we pick it up and move it 2 miles over, like, are they really gonna bother wondering about that either?
Well, at that point, we're moving closer to the wardens and fucking driving past the city and all that.
Then we'll tell them it was by special invitation. And that's none of it.
Yes, because all of your lies have gone so well thus far.
Well, I'm telling you to tell them that. Not that I'm gonna say anything.
My lies didn't go any better.
Cats, tell them it's none of their business if they snoop around.
I'll maintain darkness on the ship. That's not a ship. It's just a black void, a black
Even
cloud.
more suspicious. It's a second moon of nothing.
I don't think
Alright.
it would cover the entire ship. I think there'd be parts sticking out of it.
I know, I'm being facetious.
But that would be pretty funny.
Fine,
Captain's
I'm
flying
going to-
blind. Yeah, the entire.
I'm going to join you. I'm going.
Yes. Are you staying here or coming with?
Oh, I thought. Okay, so we're not flying the ship. No, I'll go with you. I thought we're flying the ship. That just make it easier. But yeah.
You two just wanted to leave, and I proposed that we just hang out, like, near in orbit, you know,
I
for
changed
however long it takes our business to be done with the tree and the
Hey,
enchanter.
you know what? Scribbles is the one that is going to take it into low Earth orbit, into LEO.
Scribbles is still tired.
Scribbles locked himself into a tiny little lockbox again.
Yeah. He's fine. He's got his oil to sustain him.
He's got agoraphobia.
Alright. So we're walking back within an hour or so.
Doesn't even
So I
take an
thought-
hour.
I mean, we've been talking for a fair bit.
Just a second. So I want to cast augury. But just give me a second because I didn't put it back on my spell list after our last long rest. So 1 second, I gotta fix that.
What'd you guys get from the shop?
I will show off my very beautiful new plate mail, which I am now wearing.
Ooh.
Very shiny.
Do you have shield?
Yeah, chill.
So you got 20 AC?
I sure do.
Hell yeah.
You're as sturdy as I am, Lone. Look at that.
I feel very sturdy.
Mm.
Handsome.
I picked up a stone of good luck.
Lone, aren't you a lady? Do you want to be handsome?
Can ladies not be handsome?
They can. I just didn't know you were going for that aesthetic.
I think I'm more handsome than beautiful as far as my sharp features and shiny bald head.
A goblin called me ugly earlier today. He said I needed surgery. I needed polishing.
My good friend the goblin?
Yep.
It said horrible things to you?
Yep.
Well, I mean, have you seen goblins? I don't think they take their advice on matters of beauty.
Okay. I'm ready whenever you are, Chris. Or whenever everybody else is done.
All right, so yeah, you. I mean, it doesn't take you very long. What was it? A mile? So 20-ish minutes. We'll say you end up making it back. You can clearly see the water running off the side. For those of you that haven't been here before, you can see where it seems to pool up in the gravity plane of this asteroid. It is. You can see through to the other side. And on the northeastern cliff there is a giant tree with a face in it. It is eyeing you and can see and is watching you all as you approach.
Sorry. I was trying to cast augury, so I could ask you, so I could do have the okay. So
Oh, sorry.
I'm wanting to find out because it's a way to get a omen from you about an action I'm going to take in the next 30 minutes. So you get to choose either, I don't know how to pronounce this, but wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both good and bad results, and nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad. And I want that to be specifically on my course of action of leaving the ship and going to see the tree. If that's going to be good, bad, sort of good and bad, or nothing for me.
Can you ping this thing for me?
And I'm using my special token from my circle as the divining tool.
Are you doing this in the privacy of your own little cabin, or just like on the deck of the ship?
I'm doing this in privacy while you guys are all talking before you all leave to go to the tree. I want to know if it's safe, not safe, so, or nothing if I go along.
It's a little wheel and a little woe.
So we get no inclination as to the otherworldly entity that you commune with? That's all.
I don't know. That would be Chris, I guess. I mean, I have a goddess that I worship, but not like, I don't know if that would be what this is channeling.
Looks like it.
Okay, so you get a short, almost like a snap in time, a feeling of having to release something dangerous. But it's for the greater good.
All right. Well, looks like I'm coming with you guys.
Making our way to the edge, walking fast, gonna cross the sun trees.
All right, so yeah, after 20 minutes, the six of you have made your way to that, where a couple of you have been, edge of the asteroid, where the water seems to run off and you can see it pool, and it runs out so many dozens of feet where you can see it's thick, like the gravity plane on your ship. You can see through to the other side. It's what did I say, 10, 8, 9, 10 feet deep. And it breaks through to the other side. And yeah, you can see a giant tree on that northeastern shore with a face that is looking at all of you, observing all of you as you approach.
It's your best friend, Phil.
I don't look at the thing. I scan the water for the ladder down that Gloam and Knock mentioned.
You do see it there on the south end of that waterfall, just south of that, following the cliff face.
I make my way to the edge and look down.
Wow, Phil, you're gonna be rude to our tree friend?
Does it even have a name?
Yeah.
What is it?
Terry.
Liar.
No, it's Terry the tree. I'm telling you. Why are you being rude, y'all? I'm trying to teach you and help you with fucking customs. Can you just ignore Terry the tree like that?
You're trying to teach me humanoid customs, but that thing is
Not humanoid customs, just all around customs. You've been locked in a rock for how long? It is customary to say hello, how are you, to all people and things that can talk and have sentience.
I'm going to take Fion's hand and walk over to the tree to introduce ourselves.
Yeah, we gotta work on this prejudice that you have against trees, Phil.
Can you all jump over the river?
Huh?
Can you all make it over that river?
I can give a water walk to everyone.
I'm making fly.
I mean, even so, the least wide part is only like 15 feet. Not even.
I just wanted to make
You
sure
don't
that
want
people
to
can
get
jump.
wet.
Can people can jump that far or make it that far?
Does anyone have a strength less than 10? If not, then we can all make it with a running long jump.
Talia doesn't
I
have
can't.
this. Talia doesn't have that.
Talia, jump on my back.
You can fly with me, Talia, if you like.
I'm like a moccasin. I can swim through water.
Jack, I'm flying.
All right, I will climb on Val's back.
As you're on my back, I'm like, I was totally lying. I can't swim like that.
I'm going to flail off his back.
And into the water and get swept off.
But no, if Gloam is casting water walk, then I'll do that.
Yeah, I can ritual cast it if you just take a few minutes. We can all just walk right across.
Yeah.
All right.
You can still
All right.
jump on my back though, Talia.
Wait, remind me. How visually snake-like is Warden?
Very.
Right.
Like you're like all snake like from like waist down or what?
Yeah, like green, just like smash a snake and a person together.
You just disguised your face earlier in town, right?
Right.
What'd you say?
You were just disguising your face earlier in town, or did you care?
Nope, didn't care. If they
Wait, so like you don't have legs? You have just a snake body?
No, I have legs.
Oh, okay.
That's a different creature.
The dominant feature is human. So, two arms, 2 legs.
You have a tail? Is that rude?
No. I really want to get the feature that really want to get the class that will allow me to have one. But
Would you consider yourself better than or less than a dragonborn with a tail?
better? Are you kidding me?
I mean, they can breathe elemental breaths.
Yeah, but they suck.
No, they're low. Extreme all their rapid fire, cold, lightning.
The closer you come to being a snake is the more divine.
Oh, that I have a long way to go. I'm sorry to be such a sin.
At least you admit it.
Yeah,
Dang.
It's been a bad day already.
All
Now I
right.
gotta go talk to this tree. What?
All right.
I'll do
So,
most of the talking for y'all, don't worry.
all right. So all of you make it across the river and approach this thing. It watches you approach silently, saying nothing.
I will bow deeply to the tree and introduce myself as Talia of the Chorish Circle. Yeah.
Greetings.
Do we need to talk to the tree? I'm gonna lean over and ask Kaz, do we need to talk to the tree? Or can we just continue walking?
No, but I'm trying to mess with y'all.
Oh, okay. Proceed then.
It is always polite to greet your host, or for your host to greet the people that visit here.
I'm holding back attitude.
Thank
Hello,
you for-
tree.
Thank you for accepting us on your asteroid body.
Please.
My Eden.
Your what? Eeg?
Eden.
On your Eden. Am I correct in sensing that you are the living being that surrounds the whole moon?
I am this asteroid.
You must be very, very old.
I was born when it happened. Yes. Oh,
Do we know what it is, guys?
Salutation.
When two asteroids really love each other.
They fuck up our shit, is what happens when two asteroids love each other. I guess those were comments.
Salutations, everyone. My name is Fiol. I am the protector of these ones. And I am glad to have your permission to be here in your Eden. Thank you.
no thanks necessary, as long as you bring no ill intention.
Sorry, Chris, what was that last bit?
Here's my. There is no thanks necessary, as long as you bring no ill intention.
Understood.
This
Okay,
paradise
sure, everyone.
is for all.
I'm going to ask in Primordial if he happens to speak it. Were you born of the same sundering that befell the Rock of Brawl at that time?
Yes, when the god was called from the other place and smashed here.
Then are you privy to the crimes of your ancestors?
Okay, we're done. Let's move. We're done.
Can we even understand what he's saying to the tree, though?
I can. I
You
speak
guys-
primordial.
The crimes of our ancestors.
Excuse me, Tree. I'm sorry. You're, and I'm gonna turn to y'all. Speaking primordial. You're okay with antagonizing this, but you're not okay with killing a racist.
I'll turn to you, Valrith. I am looking for just recognition
And
of wrongdoing.
oh, sounds like it was something I was doing. Let's continue where we're going. And just to egg him on a little bit, I'm going to step in between him and the tree.
I mean no disrespect. Here, I want
No, but he
everyone to be
does.
safe.
No, but he does. Are you done? Can we go?
He is young enough to not be at fault, yet wise enough
Pay for
to
them.
realize amends ought to be pursued.
Save that for something else. Save that for somebody else.
I'm gonna nudge Knock and say, what the fuck are they, what sound is that they're making out of their throats here?
It's a whole bunch of rocks clicking and
Yeah, what's primordial
fire?
Was he taking a minute back there?
My mom's rototilling just outside.
So it says primordial sounds like complex humming and a rumbling. So yes, it sounds like rocks.
Oh yeah, just complete earthquake.
Nick Nolte talking.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes people doing the throat singing.
That's pretty much what it is.
Hey, throat singing?
Vibrational rumbling guttural.
All right. Yeah, so you all see that interaction. But everything you heard it say was in common, so you would have heard that.
See if y'all trees aren't so bad.
Let's go.
If you
See,
think
buddy, we gotta have you step out of your comfort zone more often.
You are very naive.
And yet, day by day, I am learning more and more about the world around me. Unlike you, who maintains one of your own.
I maintain thousands here.
It is just one place. I travel the seas of the stars.
It smirks at you. So small that you think you're so big. Your impact is not even a ripple in the river.
He said you're a pebble. Oh, get her. Oh.
Boom, boom, pss. It doesn't do that.
Mountains.
He said he threw you in the water. You'd make 2 ripples. You tiny. Ooh.
Let's go.
Y'all have given so much verbal abuse this campaign. I'm sorry, Sam.
Mountains shouldn't concern themselves with the words of sprouts.
No matter how hard the wind blows, the mountain does not bow.
Oh, he said you're a Brussels sprout. Take that. Oh.
I walk towards the river and leap off the edge, following the ladder.
I'll walk down right next to it.
I'll take that all in if there is any.
I have to follow you guys. I don't know how to get to where the enchanter is, so I'm following you or Nuck. So if you're
I'm so glad that we're expanding Fjal's horizons here. We're getting him out of his comfort zone.
Actually raging right now. How dare you guys? You move with the triggering.
This is, what's it called? Exposure therapy.
Character building.
Just like we have to stop the gambling, we also have to stop the hate for trees.
Excuse you? I thought you were a gambler. I thought you were a creature type druid.
With no trees, there are no animals.
Gambling spiel.
Alright.
So yeah, wait, hang on. What's wrong with gambling?
I'll tell you all about it.
Everybody's just jump into the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fjal's becoming an addict.
I will fly rather than be on the ladder, but otherwise, yes, I will follow.
Head first.
This meteor dies where he wants to.
How to Train Your Dragon music.
It's funny, I thought you were an animals druid, not a plants druid.
I am a druid of all living things.
Oh, let's see that spell.
Oh, you could turn into a snake.
You turn into a cat.
Here's this kid.
I could be a snake if I so wish.
Ooh, does that mean that she's closer to divinity than you, then? Since she could actually turn into a full-blown snake? I mean, according to what you said.
By logic, yes.
Oh, man, so does that mean that, like, you kind of, like, have to listen, like, is she your boss now? Is that how that works?
No.
No, that's not how that works. It's just she's closer to divinity. That's not authority.
Oh, fair.
I seek to have no authority over anyone.
You don't worry, you weren't ever going to
Damn!
I feel I should be offended, however, I'm not.
So, could you turn into a boa constrictor?
Is this a sex thing now?
No.
Oh.
You know what we should have gotten for Talia Unzia is like a desk reference for all animals that never exist. That way that she like has visual, like a picture book of all animals, just in case there's anything she's never polymorphed into.
Let's get her that when we come back. It's probably gonna cost more than
$5,000.
Oh.
We're going to a library.
And she just has she just has a ditto on screen during the times that she's wild shaped, so we know for sure. But she's still in animal form.
Oh my god. Goodness. Okay.
That reminds me, Talia, I've given you back your money and 5 health potions. I forgot to
I got all of it. How much money did I get back? All of it?
All of it? Yeah, I just used party funds.
Oh.
I mean, let's go into.
Whoa, wait, you use party funds without consulting the
You
party?
get free funds for the ship as well. The health potions are for the party. Like, it's important that we have them.
Fair.
I'll use them on everyone equally.
Yeah. That's how I figured. That's what party funds are for.
I have 9 now, so.
Yeah. Use them on Velvet first. He gets hurt more than I do.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna continue.
Alright, yeah.
Get back to me on the boa constrictor thing later.
If I saw one, yes, I could.
Just think of a really long snake.
Hey now.
I don't think it works that way.
Are you talking about my father?
All right, we'll get back to that later.
All right.
Is there even a boa constrictor on the wild shape list?
I think it's like CR2.
All right. So all of you make your way to the other side. It comes out to a small pool and a little glade there where you can see that stone, that carved stone, and in the middle of that is a statue, a very, very, very well detailed statue. It almost looks lifelike, of an elderly tiefling woman. You can see a heavily armored Asimar walking from what appears to be a smokehouse, supply house. In one hand, he's got fish, dried fish hanging from a string. You can clearly see that he's still walking around with weapons, but is carrying fish and a steaming pot of something, making his way back towards the house to the north, where you can see an elderly half-orc wearing a robe sitting on a seat there by the front door of the house. There's a very clear pond. The water is almost it almost has a tinge of green to it and seems to just sort of sparkle.
Are we making introductions to these ones too?
Yes, make sure you do.
As you approach, you can clearly tell that both of them notice you, but what you can clearly tell is the paladin doesn't stop making his way back towards the house. If I can make my mouse do what I want it to do. Do what you need to do.
He said he was going to the north house?
Yeah, he's heading towards the house to the north. The house to the north there, yeah. Oh, well, hello. What can I do for you?
Hello, my name is Fjall. I was told that you all are the Warden, and we were to come here to seek an enchanter, as well as the soothsayer. Soothsayer sent us.
Oh, well, then you probably want to see Sparkles. She might be waking up about now. Just give her a few more minutes.
Yes, sweetheart.
And what about the rest of you? Or are the rest of them with you?
Oh, just a second, Grayson.
Yeah, we're all together here. We, me and the lone bride are friends.
Interesting. Well, everybody always seems to want to come down here and ask for something from her. I mean, she's been here for 149 years.
Jeez.
For her, it seemed like it was a lot longer. She's really old now.
Sounds like it. Is there like a almost 2-century discount? Or a century and a half discount going on?
For what?
I don't know. The enchantments?
Well, that you'd have to talk with her about. Just be honest.
Also, would you know anyone who's well versed in magic? We have a wizard in our party back on the ship, and he's been hankering for a new spell book. I don't think the rest of my group found any in town that were of use.
You didn't ask.
Why am I having I mean, well, you can always talk to Darius up there about a spell book or two.
History check. Would anyone be able to recognize a name of a wizard?
I probably could.
They would technically, since that's like the old characters, would they be like people that are well known, like just in general, or not really?
No. I would say you guys probably wouldn't know their names.
We led an army to the Hells. I'm pretty sure that somebody would, write a paragraph about that.
All right,
somewhere.
yeah. You know what? Yeah, sure. Yeah, make a history check for that one.
The Pillars of Creation.
My intelligence or any of my history checks would be dog shit, so I will assist if possible.
Would we all roll or just one person?
I'm gonna say if each of you are, if you're proficient in it, sure, why not?
Oh, okay, I'm not proficient in history.
I got a 21.
You would recognize the name as I mean, he was in a party that was significant during a. You can't quite place where it was, but wait a minute. Did you say Darius? Half orc, wizard.
He helped that evil son of a bitch Verathought.
Do I get a sense of like how long it's been since
Let's say Derek talk out loud.
he was famous?
Well over 100 years. It's not anything recent. I would say you wouldn't be able to pin.
But I would know that.
Yeah, you would have a guesstimate of a couple centuries, maybe.
All right, I'll tell everyone in the party.
How the hell does an orc live that long?
Why, that's a crazy story.
Spell magic, perhaps?
Huh. Well, you could definitely say that. Be careful
If it
which
was that
portals you
long,
walk
yeah.
through. I will say that.
Sounds like necromancy.
I remember coming across some tablet that he had some sort of moniker to him. Darius the Immortal?
Oh, Fjall, you know Darius as well?
Wait, how would Fjall know? Are you dead or like frozen or whatever before he was even born?
Yeah.
When we went into that bookshop, there was a brief tome on curious figures of Faerun. I scanned at the last page, and it was mentioned there. Apparently, he co-authored it. Yeah. Wait.
Actually, in exile on this, forgive me for saying this is kind of like a backwoods rock.
Didn't that other half-orc woman we met at the lighthouse mention her father's name was Darius?
I don't think so.
I don't remember that bit. Although Bud Taylor, that would make sense that she was hanging out with Warden.
If you guys don't remember it, then I must be confused.
Listen, if Darius is one of the warden, then you know what? Let's say our piece to him, and then move on.
Is Sparkles up yet?
Yeah, but let her have her few moments.
Hey, Chris, sorry, quick question, sorry to interrupt. Since I'm attuned to the ship, Do I stay attuned even if I'm on a walkabout, or do I have to be physically on the ship?
You're still attuned to it.
Oh, okay. So I know if anybody's getting on our ship. Cool.
What do you all do as the warden here?
Well, right now we're waiting. We've been here for a couple of years now. Especially after well, we came out of a portal here, and sweet Ray was sitting right here waiting for us. It seemed she had gotten real old.
And she turned to stone.
What? She had Sparkles turn her to stone.
It's a very wise choice. It made her a stronger vessel, albeit a less capable fighter.
Why, no, it freezes her in time. She's petrified. With a greater restoration spell, which Sparkles can do, would release her. But she's old. Said she's, when the time is right to break the spell. We're preparing. Waiting. And while we're here, lending our services, making sure, well, no one gets too out of hand. And
So when the time arises, you all are just going to leave, and this moon will be left without its central government?
why, no, we've instilled. To be honest, we do nothing at this point. No one comes here. We're biding our time, looking for friends. Well, yeah, friends. And trying to deal with others.
I see.
Where are these messages coming in? Where are these?
Who are these friends you're trying to reach out to? Seems awfully lonely just waiting for cosmic signs.
Why, we're not quite waiting. Our friend Tattersail is quite scattered and has a network a little bit of everywhere.
Oh.
We have an inside man on the Rock of Bro.
Tattersails. We've run into two of them so far on our journeys. Quite the head in the clouds type, I guess you could call it.
When you've been through what she's been through, well, I'll make no judgments.
Hillary didn't like that at all.
Sorry. And we know that until we get, well, let's just say that find all the pieces, well then laying low is the best key, right?
What are you collecting pieces for? What are you preparing against?
Well,
Oh shit, that's a great.
we got duped into believing that we had won. Backstabbed and then duped. Scattered to the wind.
By who? Are they still a threat?
Why, probably the oldest creature in creation. And knows something far worse. She was just a servant of something far worse. Those creatures of old did something, pulled something here that should never have come. And have been feeding from it for ages. That's what we've surprised. And for our efforts, Bourbon points up, and you can see Faerun, and you can see the Sword Coast and its broken volcanic coastline.
Refresh my memory. What happened to that realm?
Are we close enough to see the sword
From this place?
from this planet? Like,
Yeah, you're on a. It's called where the Rock of Brawl is in the Tears of Saloon, which is the fragments of where the moon was blown apart, and it trails it in its orbit like tears. It's one of those asteroids over Faerun. So yeah, you would be close enough to see it. If it could have gone wrong, well, it did. Between the storm giants and the dragons, they run different regions. Waterdeep has fallen to Avernus, or I'm sorry, not Waterdeep. Neverwinter has fallen into Avernus. Undead run rampant. Even the gods fear walk the realm.
and someone like yourself, powerless, you'd say, to stop any of this?
Without reinforcements, there's no way. Without mounting the right assault.
So you're waiting for a sign of things to get worse, so you can mount this tactical assault, shake the rest off or something?
We're waiting to find
Sounds like you're
friends.
kicking it down to somebody else.
No, we're waiting to find the rest of our friends.
Who were you looking for? Perhaps we've heard of or encountered them before.
He'll describe Ahmed, and he'll describe Hal.
Would either
And
of
a
those
little,
names
and a
be-
little, whatever Twig was.
History proficient people, can you roll on that? I got nothing.
$22.
That's my nat one.
I'm gonna say Tully would recognize it from a, and I'm gonna say start putting names together. Like, wait a minute, this was a group that. I mean, we'll say you guys did some prolific shit. I mean, you guys did do some prolific shit throughout the campaign.
All right. Well, I'll describe what I know to everyone else.
And this is all over 150 years ago, or 150 years ago.
Are you filling in the pieces? Can you figure out the other names of any members of that party?
I think we may need to go to that library after all, do some additional research.
If I can't, Chris, can I? Or do I still need more information?
Let's say sure.
Say it. Say the members of the party, because things are about to go down if you do.
Oh, shit. Veriflock, Morgan, Darian.
What?
Ah, God, what was...
Say that name again. What name did you just say?
You said more.
Veriflock, Morgan, Darius.
I'm gonna point my blade or my helmet right away at Sir Vaughn and say, "How do you know Verathok? How do you know Verathok?"
You're pointing it at me?
No, I'm pointing it at Sir Vaughn.
Oh, okay. I was like, get that fucking thing out
To
of my
get smited it back to level 0.
That's the last
I guess
choice we made.
I'm gonna have to be Super One.
Play Sir Vaughn. Play level 15 Sir Vaughn right now.
Yep, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that to. I'm
You
gonna leave that to
grasp
Katie.
tightly. The lightsaber shows up.
I'm gonna leave that to Katie.
No, I can't.
Do it, Katie.
What's going on? I gotta be
Fuck him up.
Who is he to you?
A backstabbing. He betrayed us at the end.
Where is he? What happened to him?
Sounds like a pretty cool guy.
Nice. Where he is? Probably there with his master. Pointing up at the ruins of. I mean, you can see the mess on that Sword Coast. That's where he is. What he's doing? Well, I hope to find him soon enough.
He was amongst your ranks, according to our friend here. What happened? I need the story.
He sided with a lich.
And you let him walk?
He got away.
That piece of shit.
I'm sure he had his reasons, guys. It can't be all bad.
I think you're downplaying it a little bit. Got away. He was washed by a ballista, and somebody threw basically. Shepard did a whole person. I dropped a ballista.
That's happened too at one point, I'm pretty sure.
I'm still so bitter about Verathok even at this moment.
Yeah, that genuinely got me. Oh,
That's incredible. That's a pro gamer move there, Cole.
You put a 29 AC could save them. Little did you know.
Who's in your party? I need a way to track him. You know whatever you have.
As you know where he's at.
Any information that we can get from Sir Bourbon, anything to help would be a great boon to me.
If you find him, send us a message.
Hey, can I get that can I get that sword you got there, Sir Bourbon? That magical sword that is so great. What the fuck was it called? What do you have?
The Sunblade.
The Sunblade. Let me get that from you real quick. No, I'm not asking.
You have to hold it.
Since we're here on business, we're looking for enchantments and spell books and any other items, I guess, that could benefit us in our journeys. What would you be willing to part with in exchange for coin and or favor?
Bourbon says, well, I can't offer anything like that, but you can go and talk to Darius over there, or if you wish, you can go and talk to Scribbles.
Sparkles?
Pretty sure, I'm sorry, not Scribbles, but Sparkles. I'm pretty sure she's awake and stretched by now. And I think we're just going to leave it right there for today. One, because I don't have that much more prepared, and two, I'm getting hungry and there's food ready.
Nice. Good job, guys.
So I think I'm going to cut it a little short.
Chris, I gotta ask you something in private.
Okay.
But, yeah. After we wrap up, though. It's quick.
So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it right
Thank
here.
you for watching us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that like button.
That's right. And happy Memorial Day, everybody. And to all those, a big salute to all those who gave their lives and all of our servicemen and shit like that. Right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Rob, Katie, and Chris, when do you guys want to do some BG3 today? Couple hours?
Oh, I'm
Chris, you gotta get BG3. You gotta hop in sometime.
I will.
Oh, yeah.
I was planning on getting it this week, so I'll be definitely jumping in. But I'm gonna jump out of here. I'm gonna jump out of here because I'm gonna go hang out with my old man. I'm out at his place.
So send me y'all's information. I got BG3. Send me y'all them.
Wanna play today?
Yeah, we can hop on today.
Yeah.
I got time.